Finding a build for this character took forever. This character is the most forgotten Project M character that even to this day, there's not a single finished build of this character. So I'm using the Project M CC build of this character that's pretty much close to what got leaked. Also, disclaimer, this is the most unfinished Project M cut character idea, however you want to phrase it. Here it is, it's Sami, from the pretty much abandoned series Advance Wars on the Game Boy Advance. Advance Wars is a turn-based tactics video game developed for the Game Boy Advance by Intelligent Systems and was published by Nintendo. It was released in North America on September 10th, 2001. Sami is one of the main characters of the 4 countries that comprise as the Allied Nations, or the Orange Star. She is one of the first commanding officers that you play in the game, debuting in the 8th mission of the first game in the series. And for those who don't know what Advance Wars is, it's basically a series that is forgotten nowadays. It was made by Intelligent Systems. It's kind of similar to Fire Emblem in a way. There's never been official representation as far as character-wise in the Smash Brothers game, so Project M using one of the characters from this pretty much dead franchise as a character idea is pretty interesting. So you'll probably notice about Sami is she's pretty much a clone of Snake in this early part of her development, very similar to what would be maybe a modern-day Echo Fighter. They definitely made a clone of Snake and built off of that for this character. She's more aggressive compared to Snake, where Snake is going to be more stealthy and more of a trap character. Sami has some aspects of Brawl Snake, along with overall being way more aggressive and more high damage potential based on some of her moves. Now, what are the changes? If you know anything about Project M Snake, they removed a lot of his moveset in Brawl, because it really didn't fit the canon of the character. Instead of making some of his moves go to waste, now Sami has a multitude of his attacks that didn't get used or that were left over from Brawl Snake. Sami has Brawl Snake's forward smash, the RPG, and also having Snake's up tilt. Although this is not nearly as broken as the Brawl version, it does take a lot of inspirations from that version of Snake. Speaking of inspirations, there is Team Fortress 2 all over this character, and you'll see why. Her down smash might look familiar. It's clearly Soldier's rocket jump from TF2. It has a set amount of knockback when Sami is hit by it, and so the longer you charge the move, the higher you will go. And you can cancel the attack into another move in her moveset, so it can be kind of an interesting idea on paper. This definitely would have been one of the more interesting aspects of her moveset. It does do self-damage to Sami, again, another reference to Team Fortress 2. And even more Team Fortress 2 aspects, you'll notice that one of the machine guns, her side B, the model is straight up lifted from TF2 as well. It's clearly a sniper rifle at this point, so it doesn't really make sense why it's automatic, because sniper rifles are not normally automatic, but let's just pretend it's a machine gun, because that's how it shoots. If you spam the gun, it has to reload, so it's not completely busted. It does do a lot of damage though. She has a brand new dash attack, which is different from Snake's. She has a brand new up air that seems to be a multi-hit move, which contrasts with Snake's KO move that he has for his up air. She has a brand new down B. Instead of it being Snake's sticky bomb, she has a mortar that places into the ground, and over time it will call an airstrike on the place that the bomb is located. Also, all of Sami's explosives hurt her as well. Even though they are more powerful than Snake's, she can actually get hurt by her own moves. Her up smash is similar to Snake's, except it's way more powerful, and again it can damage her as well. She has a down air that is brand new for her, and this is a ground pound. This probably would have been more interesting aspect of her moveset because it allows her to come back on stage very quickly, something that Snake really doesn't have. Her neutral B is unfinished but appears to be some sort of grenade launcher or RPG. And the grenade seems to be working incorrectly at this point as it just falls straight under her character model. Her grabs are the same as Snake's grabs, except at this point she doesn't have the ability to move with the D-pad as Snake does. So you could say her grabs are probably worse than Snake's at this point in development. Again, I know she is a unfinished character, but moving on. The rest of her tilts and aerials are mostly from Project M Snake or Brawl Snake. Really not finished at all. She's clearly close to an Echo Fighter of Snake at this very early point of the character. I'm sure they were going to flesh her out more if they had more time to develop the character. However, there's definitely a lot of promise and ideas in this character that would have been interesting. In conclusion, It's unfortunate that this character is never going to see the light of day. There are a lot of promising ideas of sort of this aggressive Snake character archetype, which a lot of missing moves that were in Brawl Snake, for example, being reused in this version of the character is kind of cool. But I guess this is part of where I leave it in the community's hands. The character has never been completed. Even in fan-created builds of the character, there's not a finished version of Sami out there to this day. It would be interesting if a group of fans made a more fleshed out version of Sami. As you know from my previous videos, we've talked about Knuckles being in Project Plus, also Lynn and Isaac having somewhat thought out inspirations of those characters in Project M Remix. However, Sami to this day has not been completed. So if you're interested in the character, you want to try her out, you know, it's in your hands, guys. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching the video, I appreciate it. Shoutouts to my Patrons, I appreciate you guys are like so dope, you guys are cool, you guys are awesome, I appreciate you guys. Come through on the live streams if you guys want to see me live stream. I normally live stream on the weekends. Come through, play some Project M, chill, whatever. I appreciate you guys. Patreon in the description if you want to support me. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment. Peace, you guys.